In physics, the theoretical minimum is that you make sense. People will say is that you have to do all these different kinds of mathematics, but that was proven wrong over 2,500 years ago when Aristarchus said that the world revolves around the sun. And the mathematicians at the time went berserk. They persecuted and terrorised Aristarchus, and they held back science for 2,000 years because they insisted on going with their mathematics rather than what makes sense. If you say that a particle can be in all different places at the one time and bump into itself and only exist as probably a particle and become a real particle when it's measured, then you're not understanding the evidence and you're not understanding the mathematics. If you say an event in the present can affect an event in the past, again, you're not understanding the evidence and the mathematics. If you say a particle decides to behave differently because it's being observed, then that doesn't make sense. Again, you're misunderstanding something. All of the current interpretations of quantum mechanics are basically wrong. The particle model is the wrong interpretation. The lambda CDM model is the wrong interpretation. We see that time and time again with the violations and the observations which do not make sense. Physicists have tried for 100 years to get these models to make sense, and they don't make sense. My university qualification is in interpreting. In 1 year, I find a model that makes absolute sense. It's completely logical. I provide the framework, but because I haven't got the years and years of experience working in mathematics, I can't describe it every detail using mathematical terms. With the result is some top powerful mathematicians have used all kinds of dirty tactics to try and block and discredit me and my model. It's not just tragic, it could be absolutely apocalyptic to mankind if people do not embrace the correct model of physics. And I've had years of experience working interpreting in all kinds of national, local and international settings. And when I came across the current interpretations of quantum mechanics and the particle model and the lambda CDM model, it became very apparent very fast that the interpretations were incorrect. Physicists have kind of bypassed this problem by saying quantum physics doesn't make sense. It's impossible to make classic sense out of quantum physics. And this is not true. It's impossible to make classical sense out of quantum physics using the particle model, because the particle model makes no sense when you look at it objectively. Neo-string theory is the only scientific model around. If you want to advance humanity and civilization and protect the people that you love, neo-string theory is the model to start working on, which will make sense out of all the problems that you have in current physics and cosmology. If you want to do real science and you really care about people, neo-string theory is the model to go with, which is going to lead to the most phenomenal advances in civilization and technology when the truth reaches the wider public and people start running the experiments.